It's lovely to be back in Glasgow. It's been a long time since I've been here, and it's just great. I love Scotland. It's lovely. We were driving from Newcastle today. I started seeing sheep. You know what I mean? It's like I'm getting there. It's nice. Billy wore those Beetle boots when they were in high style, and everyone was sporting like a dandy. But no one from the old crowd's been around here in a while, and it's getting hard to recognize a friend. 'Cause you don't see those same ladies in the costumes that they wore, and you don't see those same faces on the sidewalk anymore. No one's blowing smoke rings or laughing like before, and it's getting hard to recognize a friend. It's getting hard to recognize a friend. Billy's tending bar on most Tuesday afternoons. They say that he's living on old speckled hen and fumes. He looks 20 years older, and it's been too many moons since he and I could recognize a friend. 'Cause you don't see those same ladies in the costumes that they wore, and you don't see those same faces on the sidewalk anymore. No one's blowing smoke rings or laughing like before, and it's getting hard to recognize a friend. It's getting hard to recognize a friend. Thank you guys so much. My name's Cody, and I'm from the United States, and I'm really happy to be over here in Europe playing with the Wave Pictures. They're old buddies of mine. I feel like I knew them since they were teenagers, but now we're both like in our 40s, so I don't really know how that works. I was over in Europe for a while. I was opening for another friend of mine, and this is an excellent way to kind of ease myself back into reality, is touring with these nice young British lads. And I'm really happy that we were able to make it up here in Scotland as well. I have a little story to tell. I always tell this when I'm in Glasgow. I'm trying to tell it quickly. I was here in, I want to say 2007. I was opening for a French band called Herman Dune. And we were playing at King Tut's, right? Okay. So I was kind of like, this was the first big tour I'd gone on, and we had like, fancy accommodations over in Europe, and I was like feeling like I was kind of like a rock star, you know what I mean? And my parents weren't so excited when I told them I was going to become a folk singer, you know what I mean? Drop out of college, become a folk singer, but whatever. I did it, So I'm touring with Herman Dune 2007, and my father decided, because he'd never been to Scotland, he always wanted to see the Scottish Highlands and see Glasgow and Edinburgh, and he had time off of work, so he came over to see the show, and I was playing, and I was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna show him, show him how it's done. I was right after all. And I played the worst show that I've ever played in the history of any show I've ever played. It was. I won't go into exactly what happened, but it was a total disaster. And I don't think my dad has ever seen me play again. So, I mean, when I tell him now, I mean, whatever, it's 20 years later. Yeah, Dad, you know, I'm going on tour. In his head, he's just like, yeah, you stink. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's my Glasgow story. They drove from Cleveland down to Nashville, where Billy had been living for a year. I left in the morning from St. Louis, and we met before the show to drink a beer. But there was no audience to speak of, just four walls and a guy behind a bar. It laid us low and left our spirits weakened. Four middle-aged men wondering who they are. It's hard after 20 years of singing to be singing still to empty rooms, when the golden days of youth are all behind you, and nothing but uncertainty looms. And at Three Crow Bar we talked about drugs and women, trying to conceal our wounded pride. We had nothing to show for 20 years of singing, but it was good smoking cigarettes inside. It was good smoking cigarettes inside. They hit the road early back to Cleveland, and Billy and I, we kicked around old times. After a while I drove back to St. Louis, feeling rough but guilty of no crimes. It's hard after 20 years of singing still to empty rooms, when the golden days of youth are all behind you, and nothing but uncertainty looms. But at Three Crow Bar we had a new beginning, talking about things we mostly hide. We had nothing to show for 20 years of singing, but it was good smoking cigarettes inside.